Plaintiff Lori Anna King Connor says in the last few months her sister has proven to be irresponsible and dishonest. Lori claims the defendant moved closer to Lori along with her 5 children, so Lori got her daycare license so she could babysit her nieces and nephews. However, Lori's suing because her sister never paid her for her services. Defendant Lisa Mitchell says Lori is so quick to judge others despite the fact that she's 29 years old and has already been married 3 times. Lisa claims she lost her job because Lori stopped watching her children, and before she could pay Lori for her services, she filed this lawsuit.
Tell me what happened.
Well, sir, in the last few months, my sister has proven to be financially irresponsible. Along with that, she has been spending a lot of her time at the bars, playing darts. We're just very different people. I like to, conduct myself in a way where people can believe what I say, and so basically what happened...
You don't throw darts?
No, sir, I do not.
Why not?
It's just not my thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Back in August of 2007, my sister moved up to where I was living at, and with her came her 5 children, and I had spoken with her, and at that time we had decided that I was going to get my daycare license and start watching her.
Specifically for her?
Specifically for her, yes. And start watching her oldest 4 children.
Was she working or something?
At that time, she was working. She had transferred to come up here.
Let me hear from her before we get into the details of the breach of contract.
In your courtroom, you're the judge, but back home, we call her the judge.
All right.
She is the most judgmental person I've ever met in my life. I don't judge her, and her extracurricular activities or the fact that she's 29, has had 3 husbands. I accepted her for who she was. And this isn't about money.
Why do you think she has so many husbands?
I don't know. She found the right one now, but who knows? Who knows? I never judged her for that stuff. I didn't. And, this isn't about money. This is about control, and it's something that she doesn't have over me anymore, and that makes her crazy.
So clearly you're going to say you don't owe her any money.
Well, okay, yeah.
Well, it is about money. Go ahead.
Starting in October, I started watching my 4 oldest nieces and nephews. We had made an agreement at that point that I would continue to watch them until I was accepted by the state to receive payment through her, because part of her daycare payment comes through the state of Kansas. Mm-hmm. I was paid for October, November, and December, and my contract that I have right here with her states that on the first of the month,
please go.
The first of the month of every month, I am allotted my payment, and I did not receive payment on the 1st. And it was a matter of several times of trying to connect with her, to get her to contact the state, to get the portion of the payment. And I continually, it'll be tomorrow, it'll be the next day, it'll be the next day. And after 16 days of it'll be the next day, I terminated my contract due to non-payment.
Is there something in here that says if the state doesn't pay that she's responsible?
I have it in my state contract. The state's contract is the last page.
And I guess that would be a legal obligation anyhow.
Right.
And you blame it on her not contacting the state in a timely manner? Is that what you think happened?
Well, when I didn't get the response from her, which was payment that I expected, I contacted her caseworker. Mm-hmm. I never received a call back. That wasn't a good enough answer for me. So I contacted her caseworker supervisor. I was not contacted back. That still wasn't good enough for me. So I went over his head to the county supervisor and got a hold of him. And he said he would look into it, but he was not allowed to speak to me because of confidentiality. This was her, okay? So after I didn't hear back from him, I then went to my daycare authority, which handles all the daycares in our county, and she said the next step is to take her to court. So I filed the small claims court, and when that wasn't a good enough answer, I went to the head of the state, SRS, at the Capitol building and explained my case to her.
Okay. Now, let me ask, did she seek reimbursement for you through the state?
She, for 2 weeks, unsuccessfully tried. Their reasoning that I was later told by the state was she had turned in paperwork. However, the hours that she was claiming that she was working at the job she was working at were not sufficient. She was taking days off. She was still bringing the children to me to be cared for, but she was only reimbursed for the hours and days that she was working.
Ma'am, you tell me about this.
I talked to all the same people that she did, and I was told that, yes, there was a delay in the processing, and if there wouldn't have been a delay, everything would have been fine. With that said, she knew that the money was coming. I'm her sister.
Has it come yet?
No, it never did, because I was
she knew it was
laid off
coming
my
and it
job.
hasn't come yet.
But
Now
I was
what?
laid off my job because I didn't have sitter for the kids.
Right.
So I took a vacation. I got reemployed in March. I told her
What do you
via
mean
text.
you took a vacation?
A vacation from working. I had worked for so long that I took a month off, month and a half by the time I got a job. But I told her as soon as I got a job that I would start making payment arrangements, even though I didn't feel it was my responsibility.
What
It
about
was
that
the
vacation
state's.
money?
I still didn't feel like it was my responsibility because it was the state's fault in lack of processing.
Responsibility
It was the
to
state's
take care of your children,
No, when I was
to
working.
pay for your children.
No, for
But whose responsibility is it to pay for the care of your children?
It's mine.
There we go. So, she took care of your children and you haven't paid her all, right?
She did pay a portion, Your Honor.
I said all.
Okay.
She done thought of something else to tell me now. Thanks for your interruption. Watch.
As soon as I got a job, I dropped off a letter in her mailbox that laid out a payment arrangement. I made the first one. 2 days later, I get court papers.
See?
Your Honor.
There ain't no Your Honor now. I'm going to keep listening to her. You interrupted. She's got a good story for me now. You should have let me continue cross-examining her, and I would have gotten her to say, I owe. I promise you I would have gotten her to say that. Now, your story is she agreed to a payment plan.
She knew when I got a job that I would be making payment arrangements, yes.
All right. And what were those payment arrangements that you drop off to her house?
She never got them.
She never got them? Okay, well, you didn't have arrangements with her then. Any other reason you don't think you owe other than you haven't had the means to pay?
I don't think that it should be $5 a day since January when she waited 5 months to file court papers.
It's $5 a day?
That's what she's saying I owe
And how
her.
many days, ma'am?
130.
130 days.
Actually, I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's 106.
106
I'm sorry.
days times $5 is what?
$530.
$530. What is the original amount before the late fees?
The original amount total was $1,800.
No, minus the late fees.
Oh.
That would be $1,270. And her only defense is the late fees are excessive because you could have filed the lawsuit earlier. Well, I don't know if that's a good defense, but I will say that paying $530 on a $1,200 debt is excessive. And even though she may have signed that contract saying $5 a day, there's a theory in contract law that covers anything that is excessive. It's called unconscionability. And that involves something that is so one-sided that the person should not be awarded the amount even though another person signed for it. And so I'm going to rule that this contract requiring her to pay $5 a day for all these days, resulting in nearly half the amount that she originally owes, is unconscionable. I'll give you $100 in late fees. So $1,270 plus $100, I'll grant you a judgment, $1,370. Have a good day. That's my judgment.